G'day guys, Mike at Outback Kitters here. So what we've got here today is the Outback Kitters Ram 1500 Limited. So I've had this since early 2023 and we decked this thing out just purely to showcase all the stuff that Outback Kitters does for the American trucks. Obviously we've done a lot in the Rams. That's probably been the first vehicle that we really focused heavily on. And obviously now we're doing all the Chevs F-Trucks and the Tundras. So with this bad boy, the first thing that we did do to it is we did the BDS 4-inch lift kit. So this is to suit the air ride suspension. So the Limited and some of the Rebels that came over to Australia, they had the factory air suspension. So this has all the stuff to make sure that the geometry of your driveline remains absolutely factory. You do have the longer knuckles, you've got the diff drop, and you've got the spacers in the bags for the back as well, and it's complemented really well with the Fox 2.0 shocks. Just to neaten out the front, we've got the Outback Kitters pre-runner bar. So this just gives you a bit of that extra little protection in the front here. And the way that we've designed our bar is that we've got these side lights on either side. Now, instead of them pointing forward, you know, for us, it's very important that with the design of our bars do have these signature lights that point a little bit outwards, because it's not the Kangaroo 700 meters in front of you, it's the one on the side of the road that's going to jump in front of you. So this gives some nice big wide visibility, and it's complemented very well with an additional light bar here as well. So these aren't a fog light, they are an actual light bar, so they'll give you probably about 350, 380 meters, I think, from memory, visibility out that way. Now, we do have these nice big ventilation holes here through the front. It also allows access to the clutch for the winch. So we do have a Sherpa 17,000 pound winch in there. She's an absolute beauty, and you can access on this side for the wired remote to plug it in the event you don't have your wireless remote available for you. Here you've got some nice rated recovery points. Now these are rated to about 7 ton on a single line pull. Now that's 7,000 kilograms, not in pounds. So these are robust and strong. You've got a nice, I think it's about a 6 or an 8 mil plate that you've got for the winch cradle, and it's about a 6 mil alley bar that's here. You have the nice high approach angles. It does utilize all your factory sensors as well, so you don't lose any of that. And then also your front camera here as well. You still have full visibility out of that with the Rams. Going along, what we've got up the top here is we do have the Adventure Rails Max. So this was a new concept for us. Instead of having just the typical Outback Kitters Adventure Rails and a Rhino platform sitting on top, you generally have overhang in different areas. So what we've done is we have built these to have 5 extrusions that run from left to right. And then to complement this perfectly, you've got the platform plates, so one that sits on either side. And what this does allow you to do is you've got a bit of storage space on either side, and you've also got full visibility of the big, beautiful moon roof that you have on this thing. So it's got a full sunroof in the Limited, and this doesn't impede that visibility out there, which is really nice. Obviously now, wheels and tyres, we've got the Method NB305s, and they're wrapped around with some Black Bear all-terrain tyres. Now these are 35-inch tyres, the Black Bears. Whisper quiet on the road, aggressively handling off-road as well. So I've never had an issue with these. And we also do have the Bushwacker 2-inch flares to suit as well. Underneath the vehicle, we've got the Outback Kitters Catback exhaust. So full transparency, we've done a pretty good team up with the guys at Manta Performance Exhausts. So those guys have gone and built us our own exhaust. It does have these nice black tips, gives a fantastic note. Doesn't drone when you're on the highway, just sort of sounds kind of nice and aggressive when you're firing her up, you know. Standard features on the Limited, like you will have, is the electric side steps. Now even me with a busted knee makes it a lot easier to come in to the vehicle as well. So they do come down a lot lower than your traditional side steps. And towards the back here, you can come back down here. What we've got is this aluminium canopy that's been put onto the back here. Now this is done by our friends at the Bush company. So this is the first prototype that they've done. Freaking awesome. It handles the dust and water sensationally well. What I do like about these is a single piece construction, how it comes out of the factory. So it's not a flat pack unit, and the doors on these are really nice and wide. It is a possibility to get the doors with a sliding window in it as well. So if you do have pets or you want to be able to access it that way, that's great. And what you might also be able to see here is you do have a mesh molly panel at the back here. That just protects that rear glass and also prevents anyone from smashing that glass and breaking into the vehicle as well. So really good to have that there. Another standard feature of these as well, you do have the bed step. So if you are climbing into the back, I've got to use my other knee here. Yeah, it's quite easy for you to stand into there. Or if you're standing on the tailgate and putting stuff onto the roof rack, so this can have some roof racks on the back, that is possible as well. The tub is empty for now, so what we are able to do, if you do want a power system to gear you up for touring, we can do that. We've got a few options. We can put in just a standard power system and a BC-DC and a compressor, or we've got a pretty cool unit called our Canopy Killer package. It's 30 litres of water, it's about 35 litres, sorry. 225 amp compact lithium battery. You got your twin air compressor, and then you've also got a 2 kilowatt inverter as well. So we'd run in some power points and a nice little power setup here in the back corner, if that's something that you do want. And then there's one other cool feature, and I'll get you to come around here. So it's the mirror setup that we do have. One thing I didn't mention before is these roof racks do have a really nice side light as well. So for the lights that we built for this, it makes sure to shine down beside the vehicle, not 700 meters to the neighboring campsite. Okay, so climbing in. So all nice leather interior. Now we've got a thing here called the Legend mirror. Now the Legend mirror, what this does is has your front dash cam, so I'm hanging my fingers in front. It does have the rear dash cam, I just haven't put that on yet. Now that the canopy's on, we'll get that installed in the coming day or two. What this does allow you to do is you can have your front dash cam, you can have your rear camera, and then you can also have your Caravan camera input as well. So it's quite easy to have a split screen here. You can be looking at the Caravan and here's behind the Caravan. And then it also has a really unique feature of if you press these 4 dots here, up come all your switch panels, so you'll see that light is now turning on and off on the side there as well. So this being a dash cam as well, it will record your activity whilst you're on the road, and that would be a perfect little feature that we're seeing going in a lot of canopies these days. Now with the air suspension, so you still have full access to lifting and raising, and lowering the vehicle. So right now, as it sits in normal mode, normal's pretty close to like a 4-inch lift from the off-road, or from the factory height, sorry. When I typically drive around, I typically drive it around in aero mode, and that's probably close to a 2 or a 3-inch lift kit from the factory height as well. So no scrubbing, no issues whatsoever, and I think it actually really transformed the ride, especially with those Fox shocks in the rear. If you are interested in the vehicle, feel free to reach out to me, Mike at outbackkitters.com, and we'll go from there.